Hey, about that Twomad post that I have up. Um, Twomad was found deceased in his apartment at the age of 23, reported by the LAPD to be by overdose, either accidental or intentional. We don't know. Jameskii then came out with a post that was highly, highly concerning, and you can see that on screen right now. The whole reason I made the post was to use Twomad as a vehicle to discuss mental illness stigma and how harmful it is when people act the way he did and claim that it was due to schizophrenia, when he admits he wasn't schizophrenic, and that part of the context still stands. But since then, there have been more serious allegations that have come out that Jameskii has now felt safe to share, and in respect to any victims, I wanted to remove the post. But I keep seeing more and more of these kinds of posts coming up that equate everything he's done to schizophrenia, which I find highly disturbing. It appears the most likely culprit is drugs. I'd seen that information floating around at the time, but I only saw it in a tweet, and I'm Australian, I'm not covered by freedom of speech, so as overzealous as that sounds, I wanted to be a bit conservative in the things that I spoke about. And yet, even though it's reported that he overdosed, people are still saying that this is all due to schizophrenia. Drugs can be so overwhelmingly destructive on their own.
I'm sure if you're familiar with Twomad, you've probably seen the spiral that he's gone down over the last couple of years, drug related. Agency, like Matt and him communicated very frequently because we'd get him like ads for his videos and such. And there was like this switch that flipped. And I'm guessing it's when he started taking drugs because he started to get really he went down a really bad path and he never recovered from it.
Now, I'm not saying Twomad wasn't mentally ill at all. I even mentioned that in the video. But I am saying that nothing that he did was textbook schizophrenia, and it is so extremely harmful for people to continue saying that it was, especially in light of Jameskii's new allegation. Schizophrenics make up 0.3% of the population, and there are far more obvious examples to why people may be acting erratically or terribly. You know, for example, excessive drug use, or just being an awful person in general. Please stop using his death to try and further narratives that this is normal for schizophrenic people. There's no evidence that he is schizophrenic, but there is evidence that he abuses drugs. It's such a stigmatized mental illness already. And something that really, really upset me is a couple of comments I saw of people saying he went the way Etika did. And that just shows how little we understand about mental illness as a society. Etika struggles greatly with the beast known as bipolar disorder, and if you're familiar with its curse, you know that a lot of what he did is pretty textbook bipolar, and he was nothing like Twomad, and it just upsets me so much that people are saying they're one and the same when they shouldn't even be considered on the same bookshelf. And now I really don't want to take down the video because all these comments are going against the hard work that the tiny schizophrenic community does to try and be seen more accurately. And this isn't a financial gain thing. I'm not monetized. I'm so small that I will likely never be monetized. And that's fine. That wasn't the point of this. The point of this was just like a hobby, like stress relief. I have a job that I love. I am very passionate about what I do in real life. I own my own business. I will do what I do until I am past retirement age. I love it. It's my passion. So this was literally just a hobby. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy the editing aspect of it. I enjoy the filming aspect of it. I like the script writing. So right now it's not stress relief. It's not a fun hobby. The timing is so incredibly bad. The timing could not have been worse. And I feel kind of ill about that aspect of it. But I think I want to keep the video up, and I'm just going to make a couple of changes. I am definitely panicking a little bit. So although I am a little bit torn right now, what I'm not torn about is can people please stop saying this is a schizophrenic's endgame? Nothing that he did, the Jameskii allegations, the way he treated people, the nature of his incessant posting, the content of it, none of those things are textbook schizophrenia. There are barely any of us to have any momentum to defend ourselves. There's lots of comments I saw that I didn't save yesterday morning that have either been deleted or removed, and some of them are really quite mortifying. Some of these comments were even on my own video. Is a little bit upsetting. I rarely check my channel. I only came on yesterday because I'd uploaded a post overnight and I was going to make it public in the morning. Now I feel like because of the toad, it's just not the right time. So I'm going to just post something else that I've had done for a while that I wasn't going to post to get back into it. The timing was so bad. Oh my God, dude. The timing could not have been worse. The timing couldn't have been worse. But yeah, it's the internet. I know this will blow over in a little bit, but please watch what you say. I am one who always believes that words do have power, and it's really awful to be part of a stigmatized group and to have his death used as a vehicle to further the narrative that this is what all schizophrenics will do in the end. It's not. It's not even close. A lot of us work really, really hard to stay stable and to stay lucid, and I spend 99.9% of my time like this. And when something happens, I get help and it's rectified, and the entire time you might not even notice that anything was wrong with me. So just don't, please. I even had a comment of someone sharing their experience with having a stigmatized mental illness in my comments, and I really appreciated them sharing because it's a hard thing to talk about. The safest thing to do is not to say anything. So coming out and saying, yes, I have this disorder, you are opening yourself up to ridicule, you're opening yourself up to harassment, and you're opening yourself up to be judged without someone ever having met you. They already have these opinions on who you are, what you're capable of, and how you act. So if we can all just be a little nicer to each other, that would be amazing. Yeah, that's it. That's everything I wanted to say. Thank you.